Hey, what's going on, everybody? Back in iRacing. Testing out the late model stock, the new late model. Finally, iRacing added something for the short tracks and just something new for the oval side instead of just keep adding slow open wheel cars or slow road cars that are front wheel drive or something. So this is probably the only thing I'm going to care about with this update, but I'm excited. New late model. Everybody knows I don't run late models in real life. So let's see, setup wise, it looks the same as a super late. Ooh, they have bump stops. I don't think the super lates don't have bump stops for some reason, but the settings and stuff, everything looks the same. How high can you go on the brake bias? 60. How low can you go? Okay, so 46, just like it. So I'm going to leave it as that. I'm going to leave everything stock with it. These are the setups. So Atlanta, Legends Oval. Ooh, it has Legends Oval. Everything looks pretty much the same as a super late, like setup wise and everything else like that. It does have a road setup, so that might be fun. But at my favorite track, let's jump in and see what it looks like. Oh, hold on. Oh, I don't know. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. I do like the amount of dash space there is. You can't see the this is where you're supposed to normally sit. You can't even see the deals. You can see the switches though. That's cool. Do the pedals move? Let me check that out real quick. Hold on. Do the pedals move? No. Oh, ho, 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 ho. She sounds good. Oh my god. Okay, that sounds really good. I don't really know how I feel about it. I like sitting really high up. You can see over here. So I don't know how I feel about as like you not being able to see the dash, but all right. Last night I drove super lates around here and hosted a race with Matt and everybody. I'll probably make that a video. So first thing I'm jumping back into iRacing with is this thing. So let's see. It doesn't spin the tires like a super late. Ooh, that's... Ooh. Oh, holy crap. It's not got the wheel spin or kick or anything. It's definitely slower than a super late, which it should be. It drives a lot different than that other thing, than the old late model. Man, it getting up on the chip is crazy sounding. I'm gonna take it to a few different tracks. Martinsville is my go-to, so. 21.0, which this is no setup or anything changed. You guys saw that, but brake bias. There's that stuff. It does feel, when you jump on the brakes, it hooks to the left, which I'm fine with. I just got to get used to it because super late doesn't do that. Let me try brake bias. Wow, you like it. You mat it, and it doesn't spin tires, but you hit the brakes and it stops. I have the world record, though, at Martinsville in the late model stock, so probably one of the first ones to do it. Man, this thing's cool. I really like this thing. So only 4 gears. Pit stop adjustment is that. I know they updated some of the menus, but the brake bias and all that, everything looks pretty similar to a super late. So that is interesting. But you get on throttle, it don't spin tires. It doesn't have the same power as the super late. So, which I think is just the super late tire model, which they need to change because the super late doesn't spin tires. But this thing like turns like it's gonna be. It drives like a pro late. Like, wide open. You're on it. Okay, one thing with it is the fuel. The fuel, I was just scanning through looking. That's different. The auto fuel, I don't know what that does. Pretty much everything from the marginal lap. I don't know why I can't add that though. I don't know what that is. So that might be an overall update, but this thing, I'm gonna just, oh, it sounds so good. The mirrors and stuff a little bit different. But this is like crazy. This thing sounds really good. Like I've driven this super late for however long, but alrighty, I'm gonna shut up and let y'all listen for a few laps and see how this thing sounds, what it drives like, and then we're gonna take it to a few different tracks and test her out, see what she does. It really doesn't spin the tires, kind of no matter what. Can I drift? It won't even drift. I can't even pitch it sideways. Yeah, this is how, like, probably it is quicker, but this is similar to how a super late drives. Or similar. Yeah, I can't even. I can't even get it to a burnout. All right, let's I can't even, it won't spin tires. Alright, there we go. So I know it's not got too much power, but by iRacing's info deal, it says it only has 50 more horsepower, or 50 less horsepower than the Super Late, which I'm not for sure on horsepower factor, but let's go ahead, test a little bit of damage. Let me see how big damage is, which I know me, Matt, everybody probably gonna do a hosted session later, so we'll test that. A little bit of right side damage, hit onto the wall. Okay, can I back out now or no? She ain't even starting. All right, let's see what the damage model looks like. So rear chase, it's like a super late. I mean it really is just like a super late, just body white. Like the only difference I've seen, especially on the normal paint schemes, it doesn't have like the indent for the Chevy and anything for some reason, even though like late model, half the fun of it is the different looking noses and things like that. But it has the same nose as the super late. Like the front end is still the same as a super late, where it doesn't have like the Ford or the manufacturing part with it, but it does. I don't know why the number's blue. I didn't make it blue. I made it black, but it's sparking. Is it really spark? I wonder if that's the tires or something, but or the tires not being up to temp or what, because it's like sparking. But I mean, you could see it. It's got, obviously it's the same body. It's a 5-star body from real life, same style and all that. But I mean, it definitely looks good. Like here's Dale scheme that he ran at Old Folks World, but yeah, the struts on the back, kind of the only difference really that you could tell the difference from them. The nose, it's hard to tell, but it definitely has a pretty similar nose as everything else, but damage model, let's take a look. Yeah, it doesn't even, I tried to get it to drift and she didn't like the drifting. So let's, rear end damage model, let's see. Ooh, it like actually kind of, it put a dent right where I hit it. Huh. The rear end damage model is actually pretty good. Okay, maybe it's just that one in the center. I don't know. So I hit it on the right rear. Okay, so first few laps, I mean, it's definitely not bad. I like it. It's it sounds different, which obviously it will, different motor and things like that, but it's got similar, it's got the same setup stuff other than bump stops as the Super Lates. So that let's go ahead. I don't know where to take it. We'll figure it out. It does have a Phoenix setup, so I'm considering taking it to Phoenix. Rockingham, it has a setup for. That's cool. Yeah, there's a lot that it does. It does have Lakeland. We'll probably take it to USA next, and then we'll head to. I'll head to a few and just do a few laps at a few. So I will see you guys then. All right, loaded into a Hickory session, actually. Someone hosted it. It was Derek Lemke, so yeah, I want to try to go top of the board. It's open setup. I want to see how it races. So I'm going to do this. I think it just went up. Yeah, it just went up. So I'll probably just edit a lot of this out, but I want to see how it races and beat a few guys. So I'm going to try to adjust the setup and just get it to try to... Ooh, the track bar, it is like weird. Okay. It's like really high. But Hickory, the track that this car races at, Landon Huffman, he runs this track. But let's try to get some runs going. I changed paint scheme, so cars are going to look a little different, but... This is the one track I really don't like or run much, so... Man, I get on throttle and it rotates. Like, that's weird. Like, Super Late spins tires, so you have to rotate this at, like, I don't know. Oh, it's weird. If you're used to driving Super Lates and driven the new Super Lates for however long, it is weird compared to them. I promise you that. Hickory, it actually, I don't know. I just don't, in iRacing it races a little funky. It's hard to say, but it does drive pretty cool. You can hear it. It drives like on the chip, but it won't get loose. Like I'm matting it. It's not going to get loose or spin out. Like it just grips. They're really not hard to drive. They'll probably be D class. I want to see if it's just a punt like the Super Lates or if it picks up the back end like it should. But I just hope it's not like the ARCA car pickup. So hold on, I'll do it into one. We'll see.
All on purpose, back up the center.
Okay, so it didn't even pick you up, which... Why is the rear end look so high? Like, I mean, yeah. It's not turning you like the Super Late.
It just makes me really tight mid corner. I'll try again.
Maybe it's just Hickory, like it's not really doing much. Hit me in like the left rear, like driving in, and like just kind of kill me. That like helped me. I don't know. That's weird. I mean, like, you throttled me and then it turned. Like, it's really hard. I'm fine with it not spinning because it shouldn't spin me every time you touch, but it took you a while to, like, move me.
Agreed, and it takes a good amount of force to as well.
I'm just worried. Like, I would much rather, you know how the ARC cars, like, you can't really bump, it'll pick up the tires and spin them. Like, I wish it was a little bit like that, but not like where you had to, you're gonna have to, like, throttle someone for it to move them.
Yeah, agreed. Because it's like that in real life. I think that'll come with the new damage ball comes in a few days.
Yeah, hopefully. Because, I mean, like, in real life, you could pick up the back tire, like, late models and everything. Like, I do it in my late model. Granted, it's a little bit different body, but it's like you pick their tire up and kind of move them. Here, it's just, it's the hit box, which I understand, but... Alright, testing it. One last place at No Wilkesboro. I'm going to do some more tests and probably race them later, so look out for that video. Yeah, Martinsville to here. It feels like it's feels like a super late in an ARCA car had a baby. For the ones that driven an ARCA car at like Martinsville or short track, you get in the corner and it turns like automatically for you. Like here, I'll do it on the back stretch. When you hit the brake, it plants the left front and it pulls it to left like this. Hold on. Like, obviously I locked it up there, but you can see what it does. Like the ARCA car does the same thing. And the rear of it feels like an ARCA car. And the front feels like a super late. Like it's hard to tell, but you can tell there, like it hooks to the left at kind of a weird, like you can tell that wasn't me turning the wheel. That was just the car doing that on its own. So, it feels like a super late in an ARCA car had a baby. And that's pretty much what it is. I mean, the rear truck arms and stuff is similar to an ARCA car. Front end's like a super late. So it weighs 200 pounds less than an ARCA car and 400, 300 more than a super late. But it definitely, it'll take a little bit of time to get used to, but it's easy to drive. So if you're looking to try to learn stuff on short tracks and things like that, then run super late. It's definitely a good car to do it in. If you're trying to learn a track, this would actually be a good car to go in first, like on a short track. You just buy it or whatever. This would be a good car to do that in, and then jump into the super late. But you can see I'm wide open. It won't spin tires, I don't think, pretty much anywhere. I think you could take it to a lot of tracks and it's not going to spin tires ever. So you won't have to worry about that. Yeah, the way I can describe it is it's a less powered down super late combined with our car. I know I keep saying that, but it's like it is, but it's really nothing new. It's just a rescan of a car that we've had in the game for 11 years, which they need to do, but it's nothing new to iRacing. So that's one thing that kind of sucks about it, is we're not getting any new short track things. We're just getting rescan late model. There's no new short track coming out with this update. There's no new track, new car, a track being rescan, nothing. It's just the late model. So they really have flown away from the short track side, which I don't understand. They scanned Kern County Raceway, my home track, a while ago, and it's still not been in. So I was hoping they would add it for this one, but I wish that they would take a break and just kind of run and do an update instead of adding a slow open wheel car like they've added every freaking season. They added a new open wheel short track, or an open wheel slow car, and a front wheel drive mini stock, like pretty much for road, like their go-to. And then they find some road track that everybody kind of knows of but really don't care to have in iRacing, or few people know. But then they add something like this and it's probably going to get a decent amount. But it is cool to have in. I just wish that it was something new, or like new tracks. New tracks would be cool, But this thing's awesome. I do like it. It runs good. It drives good. We'll see how it races. Be on the lookout for that later. But that's just my kind of little rant. Gonna end it here. Let's try one more deal. Going to pit road and test this stuff. Let's see how long a pit stop is. I just want to test it, do everything, and see how long a pit stop is. It's probably the same as the super late, but yeah, it has the same body as the super late. The only difference is just the rear struts, because for some reason the nose, they couldn't get licensed for indents for the front nose for some reason and have it like a Chevy, but that's okay, I guess. Let's see, 15, 18, it's just the same as 20, yeah. So it's just super late pit stop. It really not much you can do about it, but super late or new late model, it's cool. It's a fun winter drive. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's something different, something new, I guess. We'll be seeing what paint schemes come out, probably get one made, and we'll be doing some tests tonight with Matt and Joey and probably a few others running it, go to a few different racetracks, but that's going to do it for this one. Wish there was more this update, but they've kind of strayed away from updating or giving us new things. So just kind of iRacing, I guess, now. Maybe a little update or change and give us something new. A short track, guys, something new. But this one's cool. Glad that they added it. But that's going to do it. So if y'all enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.